It's Tressa. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry I've been gone for a little while. Today we actually got a new roof, so I've been handling that. And my husband came home he only got like a week off, and so I took a little break from videoing. I want to say thank you so much to the new subscribers, and thank you so much for the views on the tomato tart. That tart, I was actually surprised when I tasted it because it was outstanding. That recipe is something special that I will definitely treasure. I appreciate your views so much. Thank you for stopping by my channel, subscribing. I hope that you enjoy the videos to come or my past videos. But today, this is probably the latest I've ever made a video. To be honest with you, I've been trying to decide what to make all day. And then I couldn't make a video earlier because of the noise from the roof. But I want to make tacos. Everybody, you know how much I love Mexican food. And everybody makes tacos differently. You can make them any way you want. It's so versatile. But I haven't made them in a long time, and I thought while I cook, let's just do it together. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you like this recipe and this version of tacos. And thank you so much for being here, and let's get started. I'm using ground beef today, but I'm heating the skillet up. I have some olive oil in here because I'm going to be using some very lean ground beef. And I like to start with some onions first. And I had these chopped in my refrigerator, so they're all different sizes, and it's a yellow and a purple onion. And I'm gonna add some of these. So this recipe wasn't too hard to prep because I got onions all over the side of the bowl. And you could like totally skip that part. I just love the flavor of onions, and I like some actually raw on my taco as well. So I'm gonna save those. And I tried to position the camera. I wouldn't reach over that much. I hope I did a good job. I am so excited to be sharing recipes with everyone. I have so many ideas. And there may be a fly in my kitchen. It's driving me nuts. And also, I needed to use a poblano pepper. And I'm not going to use all of it because I actually have some leftover rice. And I think I might try to make a Spanish rice either today or tomorrow. So I'm going to use just part of this. And I noticed most of the time poblano peppers are very mild. Every once in a while I'll get one that has a little heat to it. And it'll kind of sting my fingers a little bit. And I don't wear gloves. I have another air fryer recipe that I'm going to make very soon for you guys. It's so good. And if you haven't seen the air fryer catfish, oh my God. I've been eating fish almost every day since. Not that way. I've tried where you put them in the foil and you bake them. I've done that. That was delicious. And I put some tomatoes in there and just a tiny bit of Italian dressing and a little Cajun seasoning. And I just put it in the air fryer like everybody makes those foil packets and you tighten it. And I baked it that way. But I want to blacken some. I'm not going to blacken it like in the... I can't talk today. I'm so sorry. I don't want to blacken it like, this is a jalapeno, by the way, and there's no seeds or anything, but I love to add that to my meat. And I'm going to save some of this as well. It's getting late, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make the rice today. I'm just going to put the whole thing. I have another one. So let's just put that in there. And a lot of times my jalapenos are not very hot, especially if you take the seeds out. But you can totally skip this part. You actually don't even have to add any vegetables if you don't want to. I just like to add it to the meat mixture. So I always start, when I have lean ground beef, I start with my vegetables first because, you know, if you like to cook them really well, I find that they cook better without the meat in the pan. I'm add just a little bit more olive oil. And I like to turn it on high. Sometimes it feels like this pot is not my favorite. It doesn't get as hot as like the Dutch oven. It doesn't cook as quickly. But I'm going to cook these down a little bit. And then I'm going to be using this 93.7. And let me show you, these are I always make soft tacos. I have lots of recipes with flour tortillas. But the ones that stand up, and instead of baking them in advance, I'm going to put them in a pan like this, and I may put some meat sauce in them, and then I'll put them in the oven and bake them. You could put the cheese in there, let it melt. It just all depends on how you want it. I saw this video actually of some people eating some tacos, and y'all, I just got so hungry for tacos. I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to take a bite. I want everything on my taco. I want tomatoes, lettuce, cheese. I want melted cheese. I want all kind of stuff. All I ate today was a plum and some pineapple. And so I'm really hungry tonight. Sometimes, I'm trying to think of new ideas for different kind of videos. I want to do a video about my cookbooks. I've been saying that, but I haven't yet. But I'm kind of coming up with some ideas so I can give you a little variety. But mostly, I enjoy cooking. Oh, and we're going to add some garlic, too. We might as well just add a little bit of that now. I love fresh garlic. And I like to chop it in advance because I find that it's such a pain because it gets so sticky. So I chop a whole thing like this, and then I put it in my jar, and then I use it, you know, in the next few days. I don't have to chop it. Now, I find if you chop an onion in advance and store it in the refrigerator, it's not as strong of a flavor as if you just do it fresh. So these are looking good. I'm going to talk your head off today because I haven't talked to you in so long. Let's add just a little bit more garlic because, I mean, who doesn't love garlic? If you don't like garlic, leave it out. I wanted some fish tacos, but I ran out of time. I actually go to bed really early. And if you hear noise in the background, Ella has a friend over, and they're having a good time. I don't know what time they'll go to bed. So I think, let's go ahead and add the meat. That looks good. You know, you can cook them as long as you want. So let's add this. And I wanted to also apologize about the, I'm behind on the comments. I'm so sorry. I appreciate it. I love comments. I feel terrible. School's about to start. We've just been so busy. And I just appreciate your kind words so much. They mean so much to me. You guys are just amazing. And these are going to be, I think I'm going to call these deluxe tacos. So let me mash this up, brown this a little bit, and then I will bring you back. Pretty much cooked. So I'm going to season a little bit. I'm going to put just a little bit of salt because I'm going to cook a little, that's too much. A little beef stock. I'm going to add a little beef stock, I'm sorry. And I'm going to let it cook down a little bit, and it's salted. I like the consistency it gives and the flavor. This is black pepper. I'm just going to put some roasted garlic powder. And you can see there's no fat in the, a little smoked paprika. And you know, you season to your taste with whatever you like. Sometimes I use the taco pack seasonings, but sometimes I like to try to control the sodium level. And I turn my fire down a little bit, and I also preheat in my oven. This is a cumin, and I really like cumin. Sometimes I like just a light dusting. Sometimes I like a little bit more. The tacos I add just a little bit more. And I'm going to add a little oregano. I love oregano. You can add tomatoes to this if you want to. A little onion powder, just plain old onion powder. I always add onion powder, garlic powder. And a little chili powder. I have this tin of chili powder. Let me give this a stir. I'm going to mix it in well. And I used my little meat chopper to make it fine. I like that thing. It works pretty well. I don't regret buying that. It's a lot easier than trying to keep mashing it with your spoon, I find. And one day when I figure out how to do like links and stuff, I'll do that. I'm so sorry I don't do that. So let's add some chili powder. Sometimes I measure it, sometimes I don't. I'm going to probably put, that's probably about a teaspoon and a half, probably. And that's probably it. And of course you can taste it if you want to. Which I probably will before I'm done. But the thing I like to do is add a little beef stock. And I add just enough to make it, I'll show you, and I'm going to turn up my fire just a little bit. And you could also, if you wanted to thicken it, you could add a little cornstarch. And I may do that, I'm not sure. But I like to add a little bit, and it kind of like, especially when you have lean beef, it kind of moistens the beef. It takes the dryness away. So I put this about on medium high, and I'm just going to let this, I'm actually going to add a little bit more. And I'm just going to let this cook. Basically, I'm going to let it get concentrated. I'm going to cook it out. And you wouldn't believe it, just adds such a good beefy flavor. You could also use bouillon cubes, you know, make your own beef stock. Sometimes I do that, but sometimes I'm just lazy and I just buy the beef stock. So that looks great. All right, I'm trying to get all my and I spilled seasoning all over my stove. I'm trying to get all my toppings ready. So I'm gonna let this cook out a little bit, cook down, because you don't want it this much liquid. You don't want it to be this, how do you say that? Sometimes I've been finding trouble finding the right words lately. That's one reason I haven't been doing videos lately, because I've just been having a hard time like finding the right words. I don't know if I'm just, you know what else I'm gonna add? Just for fun, just a splash of turmeric. Just a little bit. I would really like to add that to my rice. Okay. Oh, and you can also add sofrito, bell pepper, celery, all those things. So it's really whatever you like. So I will be back. By the way, I added more seasoning to the meat, and you know, I wanted to use all the meat, and I didn't show you me spooning it in here, but I used a smaller spoon so I could get it evenly in here as neatly as I could. And I'm gonna skip the rice and try to eat lower carbs today, even though the shell is carbs. But I want to add, I love this stuff, and it is salty, but I just want to add just like because I'm also going to add shredded cheese, but just for a little extra flavor and spice, I'm going to add just a little bit of this before I put it in the oven, just like a little teaspoon. I put so much meat, it's going to be hard to fill them actually. But I have lettuce, tomatoes, jalapenos, green onions, and regular onions. I'm not getting it. I like to get it from one end to the other. I haven't made tacos in a long time. It's going to be hard for me to take a bite. Also have some tostado shells. Oh, look, that dang fly. I'm so sorry. Got cheese on my pan. That'll burn. This is has a little bit of spice to it, but I just really like it. For a store-bought dip, I find it's pretty good. You know, it is salty, but it's good. And tonight's Taco Deluxe night, so we're gonna eat these. And you can also put beans, whatever you like. So it says to bake these for 6 to 7 minutes. So that's what I'm gonna do. Out of the oven, and these are the toppings we're gonna use. This is, of course, you can make you choose whatever you like. You can put cabbage, you can put, anyway, I can't name all of it. You can put all kinds. But I like a little squirt of lime at the end. But this is iceberg lettuce, green onions. These are pickled jalapenos. These are some grape tomatoes. I like these chopped up very fine. These are the raw onions I showed you earlier. This is sharp cheddar cheese. I have pepper jack, but I already had this grated, so I'm going to use this. This is sour cream. We like full fat sour cream. This is my favorite sauce I've shown you guys. And this is, I forgot about this sauce. I haven't used it in so long. My husband and I used to love this on our Mexican food. So anyway, there's 3 of us eating, so I was just gonna let these cool just for a second and then plate them, and then I just wanted to show you the toppings we're gonna use, and then I guess I could just dress one. I hope it stands up from a plate. That's what I'm worried about. So let's just find and they are meaty, so I'm gonna have to be careful with the toppings. But I like to put a little lettuce. Oh, I actually like to put the cheese first, but that's okay. I like cheddar cheese, or you could use pepper jack, Monterey Jack. These are going to be, mine's going to be really high. I don't know how to make a very pretty taco, to be honest with you. I haven't made them in years, actually. I've been eating the soft tortillas. And I'm going to put, I love green onion, lots of green onion. I like raw onion. And I know, and I'll put these all in separate containers because we're going to use this and probably not use it again. That's why I have just a little bit, I don't have a fancy, actually, I do have one, but it's full of baking and stuff. And these are so good. I love these. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take a bite of this on camera. Okay. And let me get a plate and show you what else I'm going to do.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Ella. Just trying to
She's been listening.
say hi. Yeah, sorry. Been running the road, you know, enjoying the last bit of summer. That's my friend. That's not me. This is my hand.
I need two of them. Actually, I need two of them to make it stand up. Because I need a picture, guys. And I'm going to have to put tomatoes on top for the picture. Yeah, it's going to work out okay. I'm going to have to put some more tomatoes on top. And, you know, I like sour cream. And I might be out of order because I haven't made these in so long. But sometimes I like to mix the salsa with the sour cream and thin it out a little bit. Because I like just a little bit of sour cream. And now I'm covering everything. Sometimes I skip the sour cream and I just use salsa.
We need a piping bag.
And I'm going to use a little bit of this salsa. And then I think I'm just going to... This sauce is a little spicy, but it's delicious on everything. It's a local restaurant here, and it's my favorite Mexican restaurant. And I'm going to add just a little squirt of lime on both of them, actually. So that's what my taco looks like. So now I'm going to try to make the other one and then try to take a picture. But this might be too messy, so I'll be back, guys. I forgot to tell you, this was one of my favorite meals growing up. We made homemade tacos all the time because we lived in a town where there were no Taco Bells or McDonald's or anything. You had to cook your own food all the time. So let me take a bite. This is going to be hard. Mmm. Mmm. Those taco shells are not my favorite, but they're good. With the meat and all the toppings, it's so fresh, and y'all know I love Mexican food so much. So make tacos. Hope this inspires you to make tacos. They're so delicious. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. I would really appreciate it for more delicious recipes. And I'll see you next time. Bye.